All right, Trike Patrol fans. So once again, we have Salome Salvi back here on the Trike Patrol podcast, and as you can
Hey.
see, she's wearing a little bit less this time, and I'm
hmm
not complaining. Hello, Salome. How are you? Kamusta ka na?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. Busy. Lots of
Oh
new things
yeah.
happening this year. So yeah, ayun.
Well,
like I'm pretty occupied. I'm pretty occupied like over the past few weeks
uh
and gonna continue to be occupied all throughout the year, hopefully. So yeah, yun
yeah,
lang
we can
naman.
see that all of your followers, including myself, we've noticed that you've been quite busy with so many projects, big projects.
Yes,
Masyado ka
yes.
na yatang sikat. You're you've really blown up, and I'm everywhere I look online, I see you.
Talaga ba? Thank you so much. Like that is like like that is a extremely good thing because that means that I'm getting my work out there. It means
Uh-huh.
that like all of the hard work is paying off. So I'm so happy na nahagilap mo siya. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, and it's
real
like
very very
I
thankful, very grateful.
I saw you even with a good friend of ours, Sharanami. I saw
Uh
you were on her
huh.
podcast, so it was really nice to see you both together on a podcast.
Uh huh.
It,
Yeah.
it was nice that you got to meet her in person. So how was that experience meeting her in person?
Oh my god, it was so like she's so different than what I expected her to be.
Uh huh.
She's actually quite quiet. She's quite introverted. Because we hung out pa after that day because like the interview went so well and really got to bond.
Uh huh.
Really got to bond during the interview. She asked me a lot of like hard and interesting questions, and we hung out afterwards. And I was like, she's really quiet. She's really reserved. Like she gives like she goes 100% in bed. Like
Yeah.
she's pretty crazy. Her kinks are pretty crazy. But in person, she's like really shy.
Uh huh. Yeah, I
um,
noticed that too. Yeah.
and like we had a lot more in common than I thought. Yeah, like did you know that she has a background in theater and she writes poetry and she studies Tagalog literature
Uh-huh.
and she's a member of Gabriela. Like she's super like accomplished and smart and
Uh-huh.
like I have like because of that, like I already admired her so much because of her work ethic.
Uh-huh.
Like she puts out like a ton of work. You can see her channels just full of all sorts of stuff. And I was like, I'm so like I've always been so like um I've always admired her for that because as you know, like I don't really put out content that often. And then like when I met her and then she told me all of these things about herself, I was like, she is such a layered person. And I love her so much.
Yeah, she's definitely a really great person. It's pretty interesting because you said that you guys clicked and you guys could relate. I mean, there's only two chicks in the Philippines that do what you guys do. Now there's others that do it, but they don't reveal their face and all that. So to
Uh-huh.
meet the other person that does the same exact thing or to a certain
I
extent like yourself,
know.
it was for me personally because I've been able to, not really work
Mm-hmm.
work with you two, but
Mm-hmm.
we've done some business in the past. So
Uh-huh.
it was
Uh-huh.
nice to
Uh-huh.
see you guys both together and I watched it. I was like, oh wow, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty explosive, right? It was like I really enjoyed that experience with her, honestly.
Yeah. Now I really
Mm-hmm.
want to talk to you about your experience because I haven't been back to the Philippines for
Uh-huh.
6-7 years, and then I
Uh-huh.
see this Atom Araullo thing, and he's pretty big in the Philippines, right? Is he like? I mean,
he's he's like Anderson Cooper, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's like the thing is he's like he picks a lot of like really difficult topics for his documentaries. So a lot of people are really drawn to him because of that. And he's also like really good looking. I think he's the most good looking newscaster in the Philippines. So
Uh-huh.
so like everywhere he goes, people are like, oh my god, it's apples. And I'm the same, like
Uh-huh.
I was a little I wouldn't say intimidated, but I was starstruck when I
Starstruck,
saw
yeah.
him. Yeah.
And that was pretty cool to see that,
Uh-huh.
and I looked into it. I guess it's played every Sunday. He has a documentary that comes out every Sunday on GMA,
Uh-huh.
which
Yeah.
and it's in the evening, right? That it comes out.
I think so. Sometime in the afternoon.
So
Part
it's like
earlier
all
than evening naman.
it's like the Investigador, which everybody looks. It's that level of, everybody
yeah.
waits for it every week and they
Mm-hmm.
tune in. So yeah, when I saw that was pretty cool, and I asked a couple of my barkada, and I said, who is
Uh-huh.
this Atom Araullo? Oh, that guy's sikat yun, well known. I'm like, wow. So I was able to see the full episode and I found it very interesting. So how was your experience being on that documentary from GMA, which there's only two big channels in the Philippines, right? There's
Just
GMA,
one na lang, wala na ang ABS. It
as in
was
totally wala na.
like it's streaming na lang because
Oh,
if you gotta know, the Duterte administration is kind of notorious for not really going against press freedom. And the biggest, out of the two, between GMA and ABS-CBN, the bigger critic of his administration was ABS-CBN. So
okay.
he kind of manipulated Congress into voting that ABS-CBN will lose their media franchise. So they were taken off air.
So there's
So wala
no more wala nang TV Patrol.
wala nang TV Patrol. Like
My
I
God,
think the shows are still on their streaming
what's
service.
only
It's like
streaming? Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like the reach definitely is never gonna be the same for them. So
Yeah.
actually Atom Araullo was from ABS and then he had to move to GMA
No choice.
because
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, kasi ABS-CBN is gone na. So
I
yun.
grew up watching Corina Sanchez. Oh my God. That's like my. I grew up watching her. I would tune into TV Patrol just to see
Uh-huh.
Corina Sanchez. I don't know what she looks like now, but when I was a kid, she was
Oh,
hot.
she's still hot. She's still very beautiful. You know, she has all of these advertisements for Bello because Bello is a plastic
Nikki Bello.
surgery,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and dermatology clinic, and she's an endorser for Bello. So you know how she keeps herself young, but she's still very beautiful. Probably still as hot as you remember her.
Oh yeah. So back to your whole experience with
Uh-huh.
major production for GMA. So like, how long did it take to actually shoot that documentary? Was it like maybe a
It's
couple weeks or a month?
hindi naman a couple weeks, like for my segment, because I'm like my segment is just one of like
Oh,
five, I
that's
think,
right.
or four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
five, I think, or four. And we actually shot over 3 days, and they actually shot a lot of hours pa. Like they talked to me about they talked to me about my work, and like they actually went here to the condo, and they got me to show my entire process when filming. So the stuff that I do for Trike Patrol, I was able to show like how I did that to them. Pero I think there were a lot of time constraints, so a lot of
Yeah.
the interesting stuff that I was able to disclose. They all were cut out, so they also asked about this decriminalization, and more questions about the harassment I get. I really was able to tell my story in detail, and it's kind of sad that it never got to see the light of day. But it's okay because what's important is they were able to tell this bigger story about sex workers in the Philippines. It's not just about me. It's not just about porn. It's different kinds of sex work. You
Uh,
know.
This is what I will say, and
Mm-hmm.
I I've said it before. I'm a Filipino American. Like,
Uh huh.
galing din ako sa Pinas.
Uh huh.
And for those that talk shit about those that work in porn, I say this, and I'm gonna say it in Tagalog. I don't care. Punta ka kahit saan sa Pilipinas, kahit anong major city, may mga
Oo.
pukpukan, may mga call girl. So
Mm.
don't concentrate on pornography when everywhere you go in the Philippines, may mga what's
Yeah,
a
they're
good
sex
well,
workers. Yeah.
yes.
There are
So
different kinds of sex workers. Pero
so
the thing is, I sige,
don't be
sorry,
a
go.
hypocrite.
Yeah, don't be a hypocrite. And also I think that in terms of stigmatization and and the discrimination, the harassment, I think that call girls and full service sex workers and escorts, they're the ones who bear the brunt of really the discrimination that sex workers face. Like they're the ones who see the worst of it, honestly.
Uh-huh.
So like if you I know that a lot of people treat porn performers with a lot of disrespect, but there's also a lot of people who love us, who accept us,
Oh
and
yeah.
I feel like, yeah, and we have a lot of fans, and I feel like if you reserve that kind of admiration for porn workers, you should you should treat all other sex workers the same way. Like every sex worker that you come across, treat them with the same kind of respect, you know.
I agree. And it's
So,
a job, you
hmm
know. Everyone wakes up,
yeah.
they get ready for work.
Uh-huh.
It's a real damn job.
Yeah, like and you know, like we have to take care of our bodies, and you know, we have to like screen our clients, and you know, go through STD testing. You know, like yeah, and you know, like we like especially like virtual sex workers or online sex workers, we have to do like a lot of customer service, and you know, like answering questions from our followers, and you know, like a lot of it feels, and you know, like on Pornhub, you know, we have to submit documentation, and we
Oh
have
yeah.
to be
Oh
really
yeah.
like strict about that. So
Oh
it,
yeah.
you know, like there's so many parallels between an office job and you know, like my job in particular. So I really feel like, you know, like this has all the hallmarks of being a real occupation, being a valid form of employment. So you know, maybe people should think of it as such, you know.
I agree. And it's really nice
Mm.
now you came out and you showed that you did come from UP, which I never knew until I watched it. So
Really?
it's yeah,
Really?
I don't think you ever mentioned that you came from
Hmm.
UP.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
for those that are listening that don't know what UP is, University of the Philippines, it is the, I don't know, compared to here, the Yale, or
Yeah,
let's
the
just say,
Harvard. Uh-huh.
yeah, it's where some of the most talented and smart folks go. And I think when people that don't know much and
Uh-huh.
they look at Filipina performers from the Philippines, like such as girls on
Uh-huh.
Trike Patrol, they think they all are uneducated, or they all, you know,
Yeah.
that it's just they just don't know.
Yeah, you know, like
Some
we
people
have,
want to do it, you know,
yeah, like you
it's a
know,
passion.
like all sex workers, like we all come from all walks of life, and I feel like there's this stereotype that, you know, like that all sex workers are pushed into sex work because, you know, they don't have a lot of money and they have to survive, which is true for a lot of sex workers. I got to be clear about that. That's the reality for a lot of us. But you know, like there are some people like me who are privileged enough to like still have an education, but still turn to sex work because that is the thing that aligns with my skills and my interests the most. So I'm saying that, you know, like I come from a really privileged background, um but I'm a sex worker just the same, you know. And like I
Yeah,
said, you know, whatever like whatever the kind of sex work that sex workers choose, if you come across whatever the background is, whatever their social status is, if you come across them, treat them with respect, treat them with love,
yes,
like you would any other employee, you know?
exactly.
So,
Yep. So yeah,
yeah.
that was nicely said.
Hmm.
You know, and also I want to ask with your recent appearance on Atom Araullo, did they want to mention a little more about Trike Patrol? I'm just curious.
Yeah,
But
they
did they
did.
kind
They
of
were
hold back?
not they like I think when we were discussing, because we like me and Atom and the crew, you know, we did discuss beforehand what topics we're gonna broach so that you know,
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
was
and
telling folks, that they
yeah,
plan it and they're careful with what they say, and
uh-huh.
it's they 100% plan. So you were gonna say, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that they definitely were referring to my work with Trike Patrol a bunch. They were like, "Oh, like we did some research on you. We did a background check on you to see like what you can bring to the documentary, and we came across your stuff with Trike Patrol." And you know, like honestly, like this is like honestly, this isn't the first time I've been on TV. Like I've been on a show called Wag Po,
Uh-huh.
with
Wag po
Lord De
ah.
Ver. Yeah.
Kuya
Yeah, like
wag, kuya wag.
oo, kasi
Parang tropa.
the theme of the show is mga tito sila. And di ba there's this, na, wag po tito. Because they're older men, di ba? So that there's Lord De Vera, Ed Lingao, Manny Bogata. They're journalists and newscasters from that network. It's TV5 naman. And and you know, like I went on their show, like, and was just, you know, was just like part of the panel, and we were just discussing
Uh-huh.
my work and stuff like that. And yeah, they did refer to Trike Patrol. They were like, "Well, we know Trike Patrol," and like they watched my stuff down with you guys. So
They watched
Trike
it,
Patrol,
huh?
yeah, yeah. Kasi honestly, Trike Patrol has like it's part of the culture already here in the Philippines. Like when you
Thank
think
you.
about when you think about porn, you think about all of the white guys banging all of the hot chicks on
Oh
Trike
yeah.
Patrol. Because like Trike
Like, dude,
Patrol,
kilala ang Trike Patrol sa Pilipinas.
of
Like,
course, flagship ang Trike Patrol. Alam
Trike
mo yun,
Patrol is known.
yeah, institution na yan in Filipino porn ang Trike Patrol, di ba? So yeah, like you can rest easy with that. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
na-capture niyo pa rin ang Gen Z. Don't worry about it.
Because when I was going to watch, before I had watched your documentary with Atom, I was really expecting a little more tungkol sa Trike Patrol, about Trike Patrol, and I was, we got towards the end, and I told myself, well, nothing yet, and then all of a sudden, when you read the nasty messages, what was if you don't mind repeating that message that
Oh my God, hindi ko na kabisado. Like,
I wish,
but I get a ton of them. Don't worry, like all different kinds. Like I think I read out two.
yeah,
And that's just two of like the thousands that I get every single fucking day, right?
Nais kitang matikman kagaya ng Trike Patrol. Doon yata ginanap ang giyera sa kwarto mo. I think that's what was the message. So I'm like, I knew it. I knew we were going to get Trike Patrol in this documentary. But,
yeah, if it's about Filipino porn, they gotta talk. Gotta talk about Trike Patrol, even just once. So,
but I've seen nothing negative come out of that. Since Trike Patrol was mentioned in the Atom Araullo show documentary, like nothing negative came out of it. In my opinion, I didn't see anything. There wasn't a bunch of nasty comments all over social media about Trike Patrol, about yourself.
Yeah.
Really, I think if we compare pornography in the Philippines to 10 years ago, I want to say maybe it's a little more accepted. Of course, it's not. I don't think it's at the point where everyone can do it freely if they wanted to. But dude, like even like 10, 15 years ago, when I was in the Philippines, every palenque you go to, you could buy the DVDs 3 for 100 everywhere. As a kid,
I know.
So I mean, it's a very interesting country in the Philippines, So.
Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions, a lot of hypocrisy. But like I wanna talk to you about this one thing. Like if we're speaking about like how porn is starting to go mainstream, is starting to become more accepted, a big role that there's this big network, this big streaming service that is playing a big part in that mainstream acceptance. And it's called, I don't know if you are familiar yet, it's called Viva Max.
Oh my God, Maui Taylor! Oh my God, yes.
Yes, of course.
The Viva Hot Babes.
Yeah, the Viva Hot Babes. Now,
oh my God.
So it's all made by the same person, like Boss Vic Del Rosario, and and Viva is such a large media conglomerate. And
I know, Oh my God.
Yeah, and like right in the middle of the pandemic, they released this new streaming app. It's called Viva Max, and like all of the bold movies from the 70s are there. And what's great is they started to produce their own movies at such like a breakneck pace. Like every week there's a new bold movie on Viva Max. And
although bold movie, if you were to categorize it here in the States or in the West,
softcore.
I don't even think it's soft. Hindi pa nga soft eh. I think it's more of rated R. If you
yeah.
But it's the most you'll see is the joga, right? And maybe some puwet.
Some pussy, some puwet. Like they've gotten. Pero like, have you seen any of the films from Viva Max? Like the ones that are produced like from 2020 onwards, they get pretty wild already. Like they don't just.
I really want to, like, I've been wanting to watch it, and I just can't. It's really hard for us in the States to find any movies out because for some reason they block a lot of U.S. Users. I guess they want us to pay. Probably. I guess they just don't want. I guess I don't want to pay. I don't know. But there's this movie that came out with some of the chicks that I grew up watching. It's titled Paglaki ko gusto
ko maging porn star.
Oh. So Maui Taylor was there. Who else?
Fucking Rosana Roses, Alma Moreno.
Oh my God. I actually reached out to the director. Sino ba yung director nun?
Really? Why would you want to interview Daryl Yap? Are you fucking?
Daryl Yap. No, I didn't. I messaged out to him when when the movie. I just said, hey, this is Trike Patrol. Good job on that movie, because I was just so fascinated by seeing all the old stars come together for another movie, and I think for him to make such a movie in the Philippines, where at the time, even just 2 years ago, I thought the Philippines was just still so conservative when it came to that. I mean, I was like, this guy has balls to live in a country where.
Wait lang like, sorry, pero like, I'm not a big fan of Daryl Yap. He's actually like very famous as a Marcos and Duterte apologist. So,
okay.
Like, so politically, we are not aligned. And like, I'm really happy that you like his work. But I gotta say that is just one film out of the hundreds on Viva Max that talk about sex work, that talk about porn. And it's just, like, you gotta get on the streaming service, man. Like, I think.
Yeah, I want to, yeah.
You gotta,
I would love to interview some of these old stars. I mean,
yeah,
I've been thinking about it. It's just I don't know exactly how to reach out to them, because again, I haven't been back to the Philippines for so long. And I'm just so concentrated on my work here in the States that but I definitely want to look, because I just want to I've always been interested to hear stories of bold stars, of how they live in the Philippines, but I don't think they're ever judged too much, or they're
like they do have like parang they do have like a reputation that follows them around. And there are some people who are assholes about it. Like the same way that some people like really look down upon me and really criticize me because of my work. The same applies to the bold stars of yore. Like, like all sex workers face the same stigmatization.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's really like I sorry if I'm pipping out Viva Max a lot, because
no, I'm enjoying it, because now it's bringing back memories.
A lot of memories. Oh my God, you're gonna enjoy it so much, because like all of the new stuff, and especially all of the old stuff from the 70s, they're all on Viva Max. Like,
I also do want to mention Aramina. I've met her in person when I was younger, which is the ate, the sister of Christine Hermosa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they.
Christine Reyes, I think, is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Christine Reyes. Wait. Either or, but they had a movie titled Ate, which was a great movie. And so I'm totally going down memory lane with all these bold movies. And I guess what? Perhaps Mr. C is saying this here on the interview, that perhaps these bold movies pushed me to become a producer or a worker for TrikePatrol.com.
Yeah, like that is your first taste of porn, essentially. Like, it's not porn yet, like there's a lot of constraints that Viva Max and all of its films, that there's a lot of restrictions that they have to play ball with MTRCB. So it's not porn, but I understand that like that you and probably the generation before you, like, their first taste of like erotic media is the bold movies.
Oh yeah. But again, there was also the mainstream DVDs, one for 3 for 100, the DVDs.
Yeah.
So it was always available, So
yeah, Filipinos love porn. Filipinos are like a porn-loving culture.
So I saw stats again. So as we know, Philippines had made it to the most time spent per session or whatever. But stats came out again recently from from Pornhub. And once again, Filipinos are back on top. And you would be a term that's up there is Pinay, Pinay. That's one of the top. And which I would think that a lot of that comes from the Philippines, but perhaps maybe other people across the globe are searching for Pinay. But I think Pinay is a real Pinoy used term, it's pretty interesting too, because a lot of foreigners or Westerners would probably search Filipino girl with an O, right? So I guess sometimes that hurts when we're trying to get those
yeah, that's why that's why, like, in the tags of all of my videos, I always put Pinay, Filipina, Filipino, viral,
Mix
scandal.
it up.
Like, you need, because,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Oh
like,
my God.
diba?
Put scandal. Ako.
Kasi, like, diba? Kasi, like, Filipinos, like, they don't call porn. They call it, ay, may scandal. May scandal
Oh
si
my God.
Salome. May scandal si Sharinami. Diba?
If
Ay,
you,
may viral si, may
oh
viral si
yeah.
Sharinami. Diba?
If you
Like,
want to get your content out there, all you gotta do is title it as a scandal,
scandal, yeah.
and you'll have a 1,000 Filipinos already watching that within the first minute.
Mismo. Like, that's why, like, even though, like, I don't use that term, and I don't think it applies to my work, because all of my work is like consensually, like, released, right? And
Yeah.
scandal always has this connotation that, oh, it's a sex tape that has been leaked, like, covertly, like, without
Yeah,
the
scandals
without the
have been
makers.
popular way before our time.
Yeah.
So popular.
So even though, like, I don't consider my porn to be of that category, like, I always put the term scandal in the tags, because I know that there are some people who grew up in the 90s that still, like, use
Oh
that term.
yes, yep.
And, you know, like, they hop on Pornhub, they don't look for Filipino girl porn, like, fuck that shit, they're gonna type in scandal.
Scandal.
Like,
Oh man, 100%, man, 100%.
uh-huh.
Oh man, yeah.
So yeah,
It's
fucking,
it's some great stuff. I'm going
yeah,
down
like,
memory lane with you.
diba? Like, Filipinos, like, have such creative terms for porn. It's never porn. It's always bomba, bold, scandal. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
diba?
Oh man, and it's funny because I know somewhere right now in the Philippines, there's 10 homeboys right now in one house, in one room, all enjoying some Trike Patrol content,
Uh,
some full scene that they found online on a damn pirate site.
I know. I hope it's mine, though. Para
Hey,
ano,
oh man,
para
I'm telling
two
you.
birds with one stone, diba? Para pareho tayo makinabang.
I'm so curious. Nakikilala ka ba in public? Are you getting noticed so easily?
Bro, all the fucking time now, especially after the Atom Araullo thing.
Oh yeah,
Because,
for sure.
yeah, kasi,
Kasi million ang nanonood kay
oh,
Atom.
like, honestly, like, yung ranking ko sa forum, grabe tumaas nung week na nilist yung ano na yun.
That
Kaya I'm
Pinoy love.
so, and you know, like, ano na nga, like, babalita ko lang, share ko lang. I'm so proud of it. Pero I've been invited to join Viva Max, like,
Oh
the
my
streaming
God.
service. Yeah, and I was approached by one of the directors that had the most films on Viva Max. They always get him. He became really famous because of Viva Max, and he reached out to me because he saw the Atom Araullo documentary.
Uh-huh.
So I have, like, everything that I'm enjoying now, like, all the work that I'm doing behind the scenes, preparing for, like, all of this content that we're gonna release on Viva Max with me. Like, I owe all of that to Atom talaga. Like,
Oh yeah,
like, if I
you will get that boost from Atom for sure. I've learned that.
yeah,
Talagang he's
yeah.
big.
He's big. So like, if I get to, like, hug him with feelings, nako, like, I'll really give him that hug, because, I have him to thank for everything. Oh my god, wait lang. You'll find this interesting. Did you know that Rosana Roses hooked up with Ted Filon?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Ted Filon, do you know Ted Filon?
I've heard of the names, yeah.
Yeah, he's an older newscaster. He's like ka-generation ni Noli De Castro. He still works, I think.
Oh, so Noli De Castro. So we're talking 70s.
Yeah, magkaedad sila ni
No, I'm
Rosana
talking about
Roses.
he's in his 70s, not 1970. We're talking he's in his
Yeah,
70s.
he's
Noli De
a,
Castro.
yeah, like, so I think Ted Filon is in his 60s, and then Rosana Ross is in her 50s. And way back in the day, they hooked up pala before. And she said that he's her best sex.
Oh
She
wow.
said,
Wait.
yeah, she said Filon. And
So
then,
guys, we're having a chika minute right now. Chika minute muna tayo. Chika minute.
like, and I brought that up because it was so funny. Like, somebody commented, like, on my picture with Atom when we first announced that the documentary was happening. Somebody commented, "Oh, this is this generation's Rosana Roses and Ted Filon," and I was
Well,
like,
there you go. Is he single? Is he?
uh, he's dating somebody.
Oh, he's dating somebody. Okay,
I
okay.
know.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Right?
Man, I'm really excited to see you go with Viva Max. Now, if once you're there and you're mingling with other artistas, if you can get them any to come here on the podcast, I mean, that would be great. Oh my God, I would love you forever. Oh my God.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Can you get Maui Taylor? Can you try to reach out to Maui Taylor?
No promises. Pero
Ufa making to.
Uy, siguro.
I heard she's out here in San Francisco.
Really?
I heard dito siya sa States.
Oh my God, I'm such a huge fan.
Oh yeah, Booba. Oh, remember Eto Booba? Remember Eto Booba? Oh yeah, she had a scandal. Oh.
Yeah, she did. Like, what's funny? Wait lang. Do you wanna? Speaking of Eto Booba, I'll just get something really quick that I think you'll find really, really fun.
Sige.
So here's the thing, like when you get contacted by Viva, usually Viva has a lot of like departments, right? So there's Viva Max, they have podcasts, they have radio, they have publishing, they have fucking Viva Food. So they cover everything. And initially, like, they already contacted me to like write some stuff for a magazine that they're trying to launch, and then somebody from Viva Max started to contact me. It's like Direct Roman Perez, like I told you kanina. And so there's all of these projects that I'm gonna be involved in, but it's mainly gonna be the series that I'm making right now with Direct Roman, and this column that they want me to write for the magazine. And they kept on throwing out Aisha Agkawili, because they were like Aisha Agkawili was like such a really like important and famous sex guru in the early 2000s, and they were like, like, we want to pattern your your column and your vibe to Aisha Agkawili, because they think that I can be a good sex educator. So and I was like, okay, Aisha Agkawili, got it. And I did my research, and she used to write her own like sex education column for FHM.
FHM.
And I.
Oh wow!
That's my mommy.
What month and year was that edition right there? I've seen that.
July 2004.
Exactly. I was in third year high school.
Oh yeah, like, and speaking of Ethel Booba, she's in here. I was like,
wow.
Oh my God, like
that was the times of Ethel Booba during 20.
Yeah, right there. Like all of the oldies, like oldies but goodies are here. Fucking Francine.
I bet you there's a Philip Morris or a Hope cigarette advertisement in there.
Alyssa Alana, if you remember her.
Oh yes. Oh man.
Oh yes. Ayun! My mommy, Ethel Booba!
Oh my God, Ethel Booba. Man, she wasn't too, I mean, I don't think Filipinos liked her too much, right? Ethel Booba?
Yeah, because she's, like, I feel like she talked about herself and her sexuality with a frankness that people didn't really know how to respond to yet.
Well, I don't think she was the real type of Pinoy. For Pinoy, she was more of the what foreigners ourselves, Trike Patrol, would really do well with. She was more morena, and
Yeah.
Filipinos like the chubby mapute, not chubby, but it's just kind of what Filipinos
curvy, like they, people like tend to fetishize a race that isn't of their own, like. And Filipinos,
thank you for
and Filipinos like the chinitas, they like the white girls, they like the mestizas. Pero they don't have that much love for us morenas, and that's really disappointing because I think morenas are super hot.
I don't think you're too much of a morena. You're maputi ka
kaya.
No, sobrang puti mo kaya. Like you are
like honestly,
yabang naman ito.
No, I think the lighting is just good. Like in person, I'm pretty tan. Yeah, so this fucking Francine Priano.
Oh man, these were the days, man.
I know. This is like my most prized possession right now. Like fucking, Because I was like, I really wanted to get my hands on this because I really wanted to like know how she wrote, how
Uh-huh.
and like I wanted to take some cues from her from the OG.
I
And I was
bet you
like,
it's
okay,
Taglish, huh? Is it
huh?
Taglish? When she wrote, was it Taglish?
You know what? She's also from UP. So no, she's English to. Like she's
No,
fucking
no.
smart.
Actually, before even like yung mga matalino back in the early 2000s, it was Taglish, because you
Uh-huh.
still wanted to be able
I
to speak
I
to
think
anyone and everyone.
I think FHM is still primarily English pa rin. Like
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think
right. It was always English, you're right? Yeah,
it was always English. So
with a little, very little bit of Tagalog thrown words
yeah,
thrown. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah,
parang makulit pa rin, diba?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. I'm
Oh
glad I
man,
got to show you this. Oh my god.
are they still
Like
publishing FHM?
no, no, not. Fun fact, I was in the last issue they ever published.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I gotta look for.
They,
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. Can you please sign it?
sige,
Instead of
sige.
that.
Pero this was the time where I wasn't revealing my face pa. So it was just like pictures of my body, pictures of me covering my face,
Uh-huh.
ganyan. Yeah, cause on Twitter when I started posting, I still was, like afraid of having my identity out there, still
Yeah.
being afraid of being found out by my parents because at the time I still lived with them. So like whenever I would post nudes, it always has my face covered. So ayun. So good luck. The cover girl at the time is Lovely Abelia.
Lovely
And
Abel. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Lovely Abelia. So yeah, good luck, good luck. And yeah, if you do find a copy, I'll sign it for you. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I really want to get some OG Bold Stars here on the podcast. That would be so awesome.
Is how's my audio? Is this still good?
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's great.
Okay, sige. Great. See, my earphones died na.
So we're probably gonna throw this on Pornhub, this interview, to be
Yes.
honest, and I'll probably throw it on the podcast, on Anchor, Spotify, Google, all that. But I don't know if we can put it on YouTube. I might just like crop out your titties.
Oh, or ano na lang, audio only na lang.
Audio only. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. Yeah, because I mean we haven't really gotten very sexual with our words, so that I think it's still safe.
I hope so.
So what else have you been up to? Are you still shooting like hardcore or BGs like boy girl scenes
Yeah,
or
like honestly, here's the fucking issue, okay? Like I've never stopped shooting boy girl porn, hardcore porn, ganyan. And I actually have a ton of footage that I can release. It's just taking me a lot of time to fucking edit them. Like,
oh yeah, editing, good old editing.
yeah, because the bulk of my content is made with the guy that I was on Trike Patrol with, the Phil Am guy, and like if you notice, like his face has always been covered because he really wants to keep that under his identity under wraps, and yeah, like it's the censorship of his face that really like is so tedious and so time consuming that I never just can find the time to like
Blurring
edit all
sucks. I'll tell you that. If anybody that doesn't know editing, if you guys are listening, blurring a face sucks. It's frame by frame by frame by frame.
I know.
It sucks.
I know.
It's 2023 now. You would think that some software could just like do it for us, right?
Just like track it, right? But
because I've tried it. I've missed a frame after I didn't think I missed a frame. Then I exported the file, and all of a sudden, boom! I missed a frame. Gotta redo it.
you have to do it all over again. Oh my god, I hate it. So like that's exactly my struggle with this guy, and it's just so exhausting. So it's been like I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to all of my followers and fans. It's been 6 months since my last release on Pornhub, but but
there's also Trike Patrol. You can always check out her scenes at Trike Patrol.
Yeah, I know. So there's one coming up, pero like I have difficulty finding time to shoot the remainder of that clip because I was gonna sell it to Trike Patrol and it had anal in it.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Can we like finish that? you know?
Yes, yeah. Like I was planning talaga na before my my series, the series that we're working on for Viva Max, before that gets out, I really want to release that one last film for Trike Patrol. So
For the trifecta.
I'll get on it.
Number 3 for the trifecta.
Yeah, yeah. So parang may gym, may ano yung isa, like
The
like
gym, and then
tapos pinikap sa mall, di ba? Ngayon naman
yeah.
may so
yeah, everyone will love it. Our fans are loving it. Our members are loving it. I'll tell you that much. And you know, it's been great having you on Trike Patrol last year. You know, you can really tell when somebody like yourself is just pushing to become great, when they're doing it with a passion. I'm telling you, in this business, if you're doing it for the fucking paycheck, you probably
gonna get very far. You know,
you probably want to get the fuck out of here, because you know it's probably not the place for you. But if you love what you're doing, you'll get somewhere.
Yeah.
It's real work. You know, that's the thing. Any sex work is real work. And the thing about porn, for pay sites, there's so much work behind it. And even, I'm sure yourself, it's not just turning on the camera and doing your thing. There's so, like you said, the editing, there's the uploading, downloading.
There's a lot of creativity involved. There's a lot of, you know, honestly, even like just doing the sex, in order for you to like shoot for that long, you have to you have to be healthy. You have to be working on your body all the time. So even just that already is like such a hard chore to like to like have to go through just for your job. So if you're not fueled by anything, like if you're not fueled by passion, if you're fueled by anything else, like, you know, like you're not gonna put out a product that's good because it doesn't have that touch that feels genuine, and that's the touch that will connect your content with people, you know?
I agree.
So yeah, like, and you'll be fucking burnt out if you don't love your fucking job, you know? Yep. And there's so many dangers, there's so many risks, there's so many cons to having this kind of job. You have to deal with a lot of harassment.
Especially in the Philippines.
Yeah, and a lot of harassment, discrimination, and all that bullshit.
There's a lot of keyboard warriors in the Philippines. There's a lot of Filipinos na napakahilig mag-troll online. They love troll. There's so many.
I hate it. It really started with the elections that put Marcos in his seat, because like there's so much clear evidence that he hired people to operate troll farms, you know, operate multiple troll accounts, and all of it would spew disinformation and all, like, so much pro Marcos propaganda, and it was just, you know, circulated so heavily that people were actually swayed into thinking that he was a good choice to be president. So like troll culture in the Philippines is kind of rampant. So and you know, like that carries over into the way that they treat sex workers online. So yeah, it's just frustrating.
Yeah, what do they call it? There's like the isip talangka. Is that the term?
Crab mentality.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's you know, a lot of people want to bring you down. When they ain't doing what you're doing, when they see you succeed, kapat mo pang Filipino. You know, they'll try to bring you down.
I hate that these people are like fucking pointing the finger with one hand and jacking off with the other. Like,
oh man,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pick a lane, bro. Like, it's like
pick a lane, bro.
like, you know, like you have such respect for a chef that gives you good food. Like, why don't you respect the porn worker that gives you good porn? Like,
yeah. That's the thing. Is I've said this to a lot of colleagues that, you know, I talk to, and I'm telling them, you know, Filipinos are gonna talk all this shit about porn, about Trike Patrol, but guess what? 5 minutes later, they're over here doing that thing, you know, playing with their monkey and all, you know, jerking it. But it's all good, you know.
Sorry, I had to charge my little phone. There you go.
Your titties are looking great. I like I said last interview, I tried not to, you know, look too much because I was getting distracted. But
yeah,
you know,
no choice now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Thank you, because your nips are there. It's like, man.
Like, look
But yeah,
though, like, look at my fucking. Aw, look at that.
those are beautiful. Yeah.
But do you see it? Do you see the little scar?
Oh, what is that from?
My fucking cat. She.
Oh, kala ko you had a boob job.
Ah no! Just go. I don't need one. Come
No,
on.
you don't. No, those are perfect, nice and firm. Like,
Yeah, honestly, like getting into the mainstream, like getting into the mainstream and like working for Viva, like there really is a lot of um I guess encouragement to fit into this very perfect, very idealized body type, small waist, big titties, young cute looking face, big ass, and like it's kind of I wouldn't say it's disappointing because like I am all for women making whatever choice that they want for their bodies, and like
yeah.
and if that includes them getting a boob job or like getting a BBL, I don't fucking care. Like, good for you, more power to you. I guess what I'm the most disappointed about is a lot of them are pushed into getting these procedures and getting these body modifications because of the pressure from the industry and
because they want to keep the job, or they want to get big, or they want to make money.
Yeah. So like I've honestly like I've had that pressure applied to me by my manager, by the director I was gonna work with. They were always like reminding me, oh, you gotta be fit, you gotta take care of your body, and like just looking at all of the stars in the Viva Max roster, they all have just one kind of body,
Slim, yeah.
Yeah, slim and perfect.
Yeah.
And and not all of them like are naturally blessed with those assets. And like I just wish that they made those decisions, like they consented to those decisions being well informed and really like doing it for themselves rather than for other people, because because the pressure really is there. And I wish it wasn't.
Hey,
Yeah.
but you're doing good with whatever you're doing with your body. It's great. Keep doing what you're doing. Look where it got you. It got you on Trike Patrol two times. It got you on Atom Araullo. It got you to Viva Max. You're doing great, Salome. You're doing, and it was really fun talking to you today because I've been seeing your success. Like I said, like these recent months, like everywhere I look, you're online. It's like, wow, hey, kilala ko yan ah.
Like
yeah, you're doing well.
And like I'm grateful for everything, and like I really, even with all of these opportunities coming, these films, these series, they're actually like also offering me the chance to host a podcast for Viva. So that's also like I'm gonna be doing so many things this year, bro. Pero like what's important is like I really don't see myself letting go of porn completely. And what's really lovely with Viva is that they like when they were discussing the contracts with me, they were like, we know what you do, we know what it is that make you famous, and we are encouraging you to keep pursuing that and to keep making porn while you're working for us here at Viva. And I'm so grateful for that because with everything that's gonna come my way, porn is still like my passion. Porn is still the thing that I enjoy doing the most, and it's gotten me so far. So I really don't see myself like stopping my progress and stopping myself from growing in porn. So, yun lang.
Palakpakan. And like you said, like if I were to date a girl that said I need to quit Trike Patrol, whatever I do with Trike Patrol, I would not date her. I would say, well, F off. So like you said, you're doing what you love. The thing is, time will fly. And before you know it, you could be in a situation where 10 years you've been doing something that you don't love and time just flew by. But when you're doing something you love, you know that you're living every day how you wanted to live it,
Yeah, I know. And I'm just really so fortunate and so grateful because like I know, and it's always like at the back of my mind knowing that not every sex worker gets to experience this kind of success, gets to really derive happiness from their job. You know, like
Exactly.
like I said, like, we always gotta be shouting out at, like all of those sex workers who are doing this to survive, to provide for their families. You know, like we always gotta keep them in our minds, and you know, like whenever we speak about sex workers, we always gotta, you know, like we always gotta give them the credit that they are due, because still these people, like, they are the backbones of our industry.
Yes.
Like, so yeah, just and grateful and happy that all the hard work is paying off, really.
I agree. I agree. And if anybody's if any, I know you said you're not really promoting it. You're not telling people to do what you did, because it may not turn out the way that it turned out for you. But if there's
Yeah.
any upcoming models that are trying to really make it, holler at Trike Patrol. Let's talk. Magtulungan tayo. Pag gusto
Yeah.
nyo sumikat, isang message lang sa Trike Patrol. Well,
I know, because I know, like, honestly, Trike Patrol, you have been so kind, and you have been so kind to me and so generous, and I know that you take care of your models. You know, like, it's always your model safety first.
Yes,
and
of course.
I really love that about Trike Patrol. Like, you never exposed me to any danger. You know, when I spoke up about one of your actors, you know, like, you did what you had to do with a swiftness that I really
Yes, of course.
So you know, like, I will not hesitate to recommend Trike Patrol to an aspiring model who wants to starting off, honestly. Like, so.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Tayo na lang nandito, magtulungan tayo.
Tayo na lang talaga ang meron para makapagtulungan, di ba? Like.
Yeah. Well, are there any links you want to share? Where can we find all your content besides at Trike Patrol, of course?
Well, like, I would really appreciate if you could drop me a few more views on Pornhub. Just search Salome Salvi. That's SALOME SALVI. And yeah, like, just like scroll through all of my videos there. I'm sure you'll find something you like. I have all sorts of stuff. I got girl, I got boy, girl. I got I got content with Paula Morris, with Charles Delgado. Like, these guys are also, like, really, like, popular here in the Philippines. So I'm really, like, grateful to have content with them. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing me doing all sorts of stuff, putting all sorts of stuff up my holes, like.
There you go. Yeah.
And for my safer work social media, you can find me on TikTok at Salome Salvi. One word, SALOME SALVI again. And on Instagram, I have a new account. Oh my god, my fucking big account got suspended. I fucking hate it. But my new Instagram account is salomesalvi.gif. And my Facebook profile, you can add me as a friend if you want. It's Salome Salvi 420. And my Facebook page, my Facebook fan page is Salome 420. And you can and if you want to see, like, the longer versions of my work, if you want to see some premium content, you can sign up on pocketstars.com/Salome Salvi and just4.fans/Salome Salvi. And I'll also be uploading content on Fansly too with the Salome Salvi username. So if you are on Fansly and if you prefer to use that, I'll be coming there soon. Don't worry about it. And of course, search up my content on Trike Patrol. I got 2 really fun videos up on there, and videos from all kinds of Filipinas, all shapes and sizes, fucking all the white guys with all the white dicks, and black guys sometimes. So,
and some Pinoy, some kapot Pinoy,
love,
show some love.
So yeah, like, if you are interested in that, go to TrikePatrol.com. Thank you so much, and sign up on Viva Max. We're gonna have a 4-episode series starring me, with all sorts of different stories, all different gorgeous actresses. So sign up to Viva Max. Just download the app on the Apple Store and Google Play Store, and yeah, and you'll see all of the bold films that we talked about today. It's all there.
All right, Salome. So maraming salamat at sa pagbalik dito. Thank you for coming back, and I can't wait to see you get even further. I can't wait to see you on Viva Max. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. So maraming salamat.
I can't wait, and I can't wait to make my latest film for you guys. Can't wait to finish it.
Yes, please. We can't wait.
Huh?
We can't wait.
Yes.
Tapos mo na kasi. We're waiting.
Sige, don't worry about it. I'll sisipagan ko na mag-edit para sa'yo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.